Alright, welcome to Extremist Movie Debate. Today we're doing 1984's Gremlin.
Shit. Plural. Gremlins.
And one of you guys is going to love it, one of you guys is going to hate it.
Let the coin decide their fate. I'm unpaid intern Jeff.
I'm Ethan, and I love it.
I hate this movie. Hey guys, don't accept some weird gift from some shady Asian child and then not listen to the rules. And then destroy your town, because spoilers are ahead.
Well, the gift, he bought it with American money.
No, it was kind of gifted to him because the older gentleman did not want to sell it to him.
200 smackaroos.
He gave him the gift of selling it. Anywho.
All right, the first question goes to Ethan, because he loves it.
Yes.
And this is from...
What is this rated on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh,
PG.
It's 85%.
Okay, so it goes to Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I hate it.
Because you hate it. Okay, so this comes from Richard Corliss, and he says it's a wildly original roller coaster ride of hilarious mischief. Jeff, is it wildly original?
How much time do I have?
You get a minute.
Well, I mean, I guess it's original in the sense that if you think this guy created, like, the monster movie genre where things go awry and some irresponsible character lets out a monster that destroys the town eventually, you know, I mean, Reptilicus is something that exists in our world. Classic. And that's kind of just what happened in Reptilicus. Someone knows the rules of what they're supposed to take care of. They don't do that, and then that thing goes on to destroy an entire town, and Reptilicus, like cities, which is more interesting than this. This movie is just about, you know, greedy, money-hungry, I'm sorry to say, but white people, like, trying to get, you know, the best bang for their buck for their weird child who still lives at home at the age of, like, 29, and everything just backfires, which, fucking rightfully so it should. He knew the rules, he didn't listen to the rules, fuck him.
That's time. All right, 30 seconds to Ethan.
Look, Reptilicus is because somebody left the door ajar and the cooler went bad, alright? So the meat thawed and it became Reptilicus. And in this movie, you do have somebody who is very responsible, who knows all the rules, but he doesn't understand that the Gremlins are like mischievous little fuckers, and they unplug his clock.
No, they don't.
They break the wires of the clock.
They shoot through the cord.
But they do it intentionally. You know that they're doing it on purpose, and they trick him. He's following all the rules, but he doesn't understand that the Gremlins are little assholes. It's not his fault, so he has to take it into his own hands to save the city, and he does.
That's time. All right, 15 seconds to Jeff.
How about you keep an eye on the thing that is supposed to be so troublesome? They gave you 3 rules for a goddamn reason, and also, if a gremlin was to chew through a live power cord, they would have been electrocuted to shit. I'm sorry that Joe Dante's Inferno didn't understand the way that electricity and power works. That's not my fault.
All right.
You didn't see him chew through it. Maybe he just used a big piece of balsa wood and got right through it. That's perfectly fine.
He did it like he was trying to start a fire.
Yep.
God damn, I hate you. I love you. I'm sorry. That was mean.
I just
All right. The next question goes to Ethan, and this comes from Jonathan Rosenbaum. He says, what's confusing yet ultimately illuminating is the way his gremlins function as a free-floating metaphor, suggesting at separate junctures everything from teenagers to blacks to various Freudian suppressions.
It was a hard B.
Yeah.
My question is, is there deeper meaning to this movie at all?
So before we move on, this guy just said blacks?
Yeah, that's Jonathan Rosenbaum for you.
Oh, God. Find him on Twitter. Roast him.
All right, a minute.
Yeah. I mean, certainly you could take anything and make a bigger meaning of this. I think that's important to understand, like, the depravity of humanity can easily take over small-town America, and it's essentially you have somebody who is just this big bumbling buffoon of America who is trying to take part in this ancient Chinese legacy and just tricks them into taking all of his money and taking their goods, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's just an arrogant big turd, and he just uses all of his irresponsibility to create havoc in the world. And so you can absolutely look at this as a metaphor of, you know, America sucks, Eastern religions are awesome, and it's important to understand that you need to take care of the things that people tell you to take care of, or otherwise we're going to ruin everything that makes America great. Also, the animation is stellar.
All right, rebuttal for Jeff.
All right, first of all, never say America sucks. I stand during the national anthem every time it plays. Also, it's not that the dad got tricked into buying this Mogwai. It was the fact that he wanted to buy it, and this kid sold it to him because, you know, they want to make a quick buck. Like, that's more of a commentary on the way other countries, specifically China, are willing to exploit American people to make money that they already owe us. And
it's time. All right, 15 seconds to Ethan.
Look, he's constantly made out to be a cartoon. Nothing that he makes works. You know, goes to a convention, he's like, oh man, this competition's pretty steep, and he can't sell shit. Like, I don't understand how they own their house.
There's literally 4 people at
the
that
wife
competition.
does not seem to have a job. Like, I don't know where this money comes from,
Shut
but
up.
they make him an idiot.
There's four people at that competition, so he's probably going to get, you know, at least a participation medal. Also, he invented essentially the first Keurig and the first automatic juicer, so he's a pretty good goddamn inventor. But can we talk on... I don't want to talk on China anymore.
That's time. Let's open this up to 4 minutes of discussion.
I want to talk a little bit about China. I want to talk about how they understand what's going on and how America doesn't understand what's going on. They give a very clear set of rules, and America says, you know what, I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants.
Well,
and that's essentially what this movie is saying.
No, it's not. It's saying that, you know, we have these, like... other people coming in, I don't like where this is going, and tricking us.
All right, let's talk about the puppetry. I think that the puppetry in this movie
let's go back to what we were just
fucking
talking
awesome.
about.
All right,
I'll
let's
make
talk
myself
more
look
about
terrible.
China. Let's go.
I'll Joe myself. It's very apparent that this movie is essentially a metaphor for what, you know, these libtards want to call refugees. These people sneaking into our country, gaining our trust, you know, and then exploiting us and our stupidness for thinking that they could be trusted. A Mogwai could be what's considered a refugee from Syria, from Namibia, and then Billy is the prototypical American, our military hero. Can we just... round of applause for our military, and he trusts these people because that's his job. He's a trustworthy guy.
And you know what he does in the end is he actually gets all the refugees, he puts them under control because
And
he is the
kills
military,
them.
but he also saves
Because
the
he
good
got
refugee
fooled.
that makes the world a little bit better.
No, then we could go into Gremlins 2, the new batch, because it's clear that Gizmo is still just up to his old tomfoolery.
Gizmo was never up to any tomfoolery.
Yeah,
he was sitting there. He was
No,
sitting there like with his 3D goggles,
so
reading
you
a
wanna
book,
tell me
watching a
that
movie when everybody else was sabotaging the clock.
Gizmo is part of this system from another place. You can't say that he didn't know the rules. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't try to, you know, vocalize those to Billy. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Fair enough.
I feel so bad right now.
I found that all of the animation I think was really great, and by animation I'm talking about puppetry work.
The puppetry where
yes.
it was just garbage because it was...
No, it's consistently, let's choreograph
it
a shot where we have, you know, we're going to carry this thing over in a box. It's going to move from inside the box. Awesome, set that down. And the other thing's going to, like, pop out, and then the camera's going to move, and it's going to move over to a hole in the wall, and they're just going to put in a sound effect. And, like, I like that. It's sort of, it's cheap, and it's effective, and it's just efficient, and that's, again, another thing that makes America great is efficiency and cheap.
They have prolonged sequences of these gremlins not doing that. They're putting them in a chair, and they're having them move around, trying to have interactions with other gremlins.
There's an entire theater full of gremlins all swaying in different directions and acting all on their own and flailing their limbs. That is impressive.
No, it's not, because it's just puppets. Like, it's... I'm a puppet. Like, I don't know why you think that's so impressive that we can create a robot that can raise its arm and lower its arm and move its head. Like, have you never been to Disneyland? Because I think that it's impressive that they can create
so many different of them in so many different motions and so many different postures in order to make it look like these are actual characters. In order for us to follow and root for one and be anti the other.
We should be impressed with the Model T-800 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That's a good robot because, you know, they have...
stop motion.
No, it's not. The Terminator Terminator 1 was. No, the T-800. They have actual
makeup.
No, they have actual robots too. I don't know if you
Terminator 2?
Yeah.
Oh, in the beginning?
No, in the whole movie. Anywho,
It was
Can
just
we-
a robot
can we
inside
talk
of
about-
Arnold
can-
Schwarzenegger for the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Well, I mean, he is a robot. Can we talk about how Phoebe Cates' character was just in a completely different movie the entire time, and the
Look,
fact that Billy
I liked Phoebe Cates in
gaslighted
this
her
movie
the
because
entire
Phoebe
time.
Cates is a really great girl next door figure for this
No,
movie.
she's not.
But they give her something more to do
Hey
in
guys,
saying like,
you know
I don't
when
like
the
Christmas
girl next
because
door works at a bar? That's not what the girl next door is. The girl next door is this
Okay.
innocent
it
kind of.
could have easily just been a Red Robin, but it
Yeah.
just happened to be a bar because they couldn't afford the Red Robin
That's the word I'm
name.
looking for, not nymph.
So all right,
If she was a nymph, I would.
don't belittle her because she has 2 jobs.
No, I'm not belittling her
You're
because she has
so
2 jobs. I'm
sexist.
just
4
saying.
minutes, guys.
Her
All right,
dad
what did-
died in a chimney.
Yeah, that was weird.
It
What did you
went
guys
on.
actually think?
That speech took like 3 minutes.
I don't think this movie's great.
About her finding her rotting father in the chimney on Christmas.
It's pretty bad. I mean,
This movie's a lot of fun, but it's terrible.
Yeah,
like everybody knows this movie's terrible, but it's fun.
no, it's one of those ones that I think people like it for like nostalgia purpose. Like
Sure.
it's like I put it up there with like The Sandlot
Or
like
Hook.
or I hate Hook. I don't think it's funny.
Yeah, but everybody loves Hook because they loved Hook when they were a kid.
well, I guess I'm wrong. But
No, I get what you're saying. Like it's nostalgia. Like you look back fondly on it.
no, I think that's the only reason people like this movie. I don't think anyone has like a valid reason as to why Gremlins is good. But
Oh, I still enjoyed it.
it's like it's very like it's weird that it's like filmed in the same town from Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Like it's the same town, and then I guess it burned down before they filmed Back to the Future 2. And
Wait, that was an actual town? I thought this whole movie was a set.
Well, it was it was a set,
Okay,
but
okay.
like the same
'Cause
set
this
town.
whole movie
yeah.
looks like a set.
Yeah, and
Which fine,
yeah.
it makes the puppets
And
look cooler.
I don't like this movie is only like 3 scenes long, which is
I mean, it's
And they're-
3 acts.
no, they all take place. It's like Billy's home, the bar, and then they eventually like cut to the movie. And then I guess the department store. But
That's kind of like a lot of monster movies, though, isn't it? Just a couple set pieces.
yeah, but these ones aren't like good or interesting.
To just move across the street to a new scene.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly what happens. I do think it's adorable that all the gremlins, when they're in the bar, they have like tiny gremlin fitting beer mugs, and like they have like the detective one. Like they found clothes for gremlins.
Elaborate fashion.
So I
choices.
mean, I guess the attention to that detail is fun, and the fact that you have like these little monsters drinking beer, which you're not supposed to get them wet, but they're like chugging beer. That's a.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
They can imbibe, but they just can't get it on their skin. And, you know, if they're sloppy drinkers, then you have to worry.
Well, I mean, there's a scene where like the gremlin is like laughing, he starts shaking his beer everywhere and spills it all over the other gremlin. So, I mean, fuck logic, right? Like this movie's not
I mean,
good.
you're watching Gremlins, so yes, fuck logic. You're not wrong.
I was reading a really funny thing that when Steven Spielberg presented this to the first like round of the people who like talk about what needs to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys during the movie scene goes, "There's too many gremlins," and Steven Spielberg responded with, "Well, why don't we take all the gremlins out and just call it humans?"
That's pretty solid. Remember
Super.
back in the times when Kathleen Kennedy was making like this and Land Before Time, and now she runs Star Wars?
Oh, good.
That's all.
Remember when Phoebe Cates was a thing?
She's still a thing to Kevin Kline.
Also,
all right.
Judge Reinhold was in this movie for
2 seconds.
and he served no purpose.
Well, did Fast Times at Ridgemont High come out before this or after this?
I think before.
Because if it was before this, then it's just a nod saying, look,
And then we
Judge
didn't,
Reinhold and
we didn't
Phoebe
get to
Cates are in
touch
the
on,
same movie again.
Corey Feldman is in the movie for no reason,
Oh my God,
and he's
best friends with like a 28-year-old who takes his shirt off in frund of him in a weird attic room.
This movie
Yes.
came out in 1984, which means it was probably filmed in like 1983 before the drinking age was changed to 21. So conservatively, Billy is an 18-year-old taking his shirt off around like a 10-year-old, which is
Startling. Uncomfortable. Anyways, I'll give this movie 5 out of 10 and no thunder at all.
yeah, 5 no thunder. I mean, my younger brother loved it because he's stupid.
You can find us at Extremist Movie on Twitter, Extremist Movie Debate on Instagrams, Facebook, YouTube, emd.pantspending.com.
Thanks, Pants Pending. Artificialwood.pantspending.com.
Thanks to Mitch for stepping in and
moderating.
moderating. He did all of the fantastic graphics.
Yeah,
Can I plug you? Should I plug you? No. Okay. Cool.
Look,
All right.
Find his butt stuff on the internet. Thanks to Justin Hines of Summer in Siberia, summerinsiberia.bandcamp.com. They just came out with a banger of an EP, and they're working on a new one. Give them all the money so they can keep making new ones.
Called Yam Yeah.
Yeah, Yamaka.
Thanks.